What's going on, guys? I want to give you some game on being an entrepreneur and a dad, raising a family, starting a business. Try not to make it too long. Here we go. One thing that I learned throughout the years was consistency was important. Consistency is key. And I'm going to try to do two parts here. One, with the business, just explaining the consistency, and then being a dad and incorporating. For those of you who don't know, I have three sons. They're now 16, 17, and 18. And incorporating, because it's a family-owned business, right? Me and my brother Chris, they coincide with each other. So what I've learned was consistency was one of the most important aspects to growing the business, and also being a father and raising my kids. So what's crazy now is my oldest cuts full-time, and the second middle, Malachi, cuts full-time. Ezra, the baby of the bunch, is now a junior in high school, and he's on his cutting journey, and I can see him jumping into doing the same thing. But before they ever touched a clipper, they were here, and I'll insert video and pictures. They were here cleaning the toilets, handing out cards, waving down traffic. I was teaching them how to fish. You heard that saying, you give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And so it was important to me that they learned the discipline of being consistent with work ethic, and then I would give them a little money or whatever, and then I taught them how to save that money. So they made $10 for the day. Cool. Guess what? Now you're going to save it. You can spend $3 of those dollars. And at the time they were young, and go get a candy, go get some bag of chips, cool. And then throughout the end of the month, they had a little bit of money put away. You fast forward, now all three of them have a car. It's paid off. The two oldest ones actually paid for the car themselves, cash. And not that the car matters, but it's a nice car. They both drive Mercedes. It was through them learning the value of saving money, them learning the value of working hard, of staying consistent. So incorporating those skills into the business was key. We did the exact same thing. We set a schedule. We're 7 days a week. We open the doors on time. We set a standard. This is our vision: family-friendly barbershop. Walk-ins welcome. You can book online. We'll take care of you. And then just setting those standards, right? And even who we hire, explaining these standards, so that as you come to work for us, you're holding the same standard. Because to be honest, that wasn't my background. I wasn't born with these skills. I wasn't raised in an environment where things like work ethic and being nice to people and communication was at the forefront of everything we did. No, I had to, as I became a man, I had to learn these skills. And so before my kids were ever incorporated into the business, I was giving them tasks and watching how are they moving. Hey, I need you guys to hand out these business cards. I need you guys to go clean the shop, mop everything, wipe the windows down, clean the toilets. And I'm watching them. You gotta mind you, they're only 8, 9, and 10. But the way they handled that prepared them for what they're being able to handle now. I could see them running their own location one day. But I had to provide them with those skills. It was important to me to instill these values and these habits, whatever you want to call them, these life skills into my kids, because I didn't want entitlement. You're seeing a lot of that nowadays. You hand them something, they end up treating it like, because they didn't earn it, they don't respect it, because they didn't put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. And so they just think everything's given. They think everything's earned. They think they just deserve it. No, it's not how life works. God gives you something. You take the time to put in the work and to cultivate it. You get the seed he gave you. You water it. You let it grow. You prune it. And you watch it grow, and you let God do what he's going to do with whatever gift or whatever it is that God gave you. That was important to me. And so since they were little, they didn't have handouts. Matter of fact, a lot of people don't even know, I was charging them more than I was charging my regular barbers, because I needed them to understand, you're going to earn this. It's not going to be given to you. Thank God that through his grace, right? Because this ain't me. This is me just learning, applying it to my life over and over. And I'm seeing it in my boys. And they're not perfect, but they don't have that entitlement thing. They're working hard. They went from scrubbing toilets to cutting hair. They went from mopping floors to having a savings account, earning their own money and having their own savings account put away. And we'll see what God has in store next. And the Bible says that when you're faithful with the little, God will make you rule over much. We began to just be faithful with the little we had. Now we have 2 locations, 7 days a week. They're staffed, they're busy. We had 3 before COVID. That's a whole other story. But through some of these things that we've implemented with God's help, we're doing all right. We're not where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be. And God is still good. So if you pick up anything from that, or if any of this helps you, God bless you. And my hope is to just inspire and help someone along the way. Stay up. God bless.